What's up, y'all? It's your boy G Money back again, and I am hosting this week. Drop that beat. Round of applause. I know y'all love the boy G Money, and I'm hosting this week, but I'm here with my folks. I got Mike T, I got Wildcard Mar, I got E-Proc the Hybrid, and we got special guest this week, Coach Urso. How y'all doing this week, fellas?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Feeling good. Feeling good.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Hey,
okay.
Before we get going, we are sponsored by BetAlytics. Shout out to BetAlytics. If you don't know, make sure you sign up, www.betalytics.com. Use our promo code CAVEMAN, CAVEMAN. Get all the data at your fingertips. Any bets you want, thousands projected daily for y'all. Every day, all sports, basketball, football, hockey, baseball is coming up, spring training. Get with us. 25% off any subscription of your choice. Sit Caveman, CAVEMAN. Now, let's get to some things here. I got a little, the week's been pretty good, but hey, I'm going off track here. I know y'all go to the grocery store, wherever y'all go get meat, right? You get them in these little deli bags. How you open these deli bags with a sticker on it without ripping the bag? Like, these set you up for this stuff, I feel like. Do any of y'all have the same problem here?
Hey, wait. G, you
this is off topic here.
G, I don't have any problems with my meat.
Yeah, I'm saying, bro, we gotta pause, bro. Like, I don't like
no pause, bro.
The conversation kind of for me once he said something about me, and I'm like,
he does this every week now. You know he do it every week on purpose.
Hey, I just want to know, man. I be trying to put my salami on it, Joe. I be trying to put the roast beef, all that stuff, and it's like I can't close it back up sealed. I got to bring a whole new Ziploc bag out, man.
You talking about lunch meat?
You talking about the lunch meat?
Yeah.
Do you not? Are you understanding the words coming out of my mouth, y'all?
No.
Listen. You said meat, and my mind said, "Huh." So the eclipse.
Yeah, the pause first. The pause was the first thing that came to my mind, but then after that,
I started
thinking, okay, maybe he's getting like ground beef and stuff like that.
It has a point. It has a point.
Nah, so you
buy the package.
You saw the lunch meat. So you're right. You gotta get a Ziploc bag, because if you leave it in that regular material a day or two later, you ain't gonna have. That's gonna be hard at the top, and in the bottom gonna have a little squishy, little white stuff and everything like that. But sometimes it's the same thing in a Ziploc. So I guess you got to eat it at your own discretion.
Okay, first of all, you guys need to get new baking soda in your refrigerators, because I've never had white stuff on the food. Secondly, you rough-handed mother suckers. Close it up gently. It say on there, open gently.
So you can get that sticker off the Ziploc at the little Ziploc at the same time without ripping the bag.
Yeah, it's called scissors.
That's what I was about to say, AG. Help yourself out. Just cut it, bro.
It's scissors on the bag.
They be smushing the sticker on there. Like, you cannot squeeze the scissors between there.
To me, it's like a hot dog pack. Like, I gotta take all the hot dogs out the pack after I open it, put it in another Ziploc bag and close it up, because it don't stay right. I don't know. They just don't stay well for me.
Y'all got hands like
y'all
brick hands.
Caveman. Y'all some cavemen.
Right. Y'all be like, I'm hungry.
I resent that.
Oh, man. All right. So I'm not the only one. We all on the same page about this stuff.
We're not. Is you and you
separate Ziploc bag for everything. Once you take it out, it needs to go to a Ziploc bag that has the seal, the zipper, the actual zip. Not a sandwich bag. No sandwich bags.
This is Jae Jones shit.
All right, hey. Well, let's get on to some sports. My bad, y'all. Let's get back on track here. So recently, we just had the NBA All-Star Weekend go down. A lot of good events happened. All-Star Game happened as well. let's break down the All-Star Weekend, how we saw it. Let's start with the Rising, one of the best events, actually, the Rising Stars game, I felt. We had Team Jalen takes the win over the G League squad, Team Deadlift. They won it. Team Jalen won it. Benedict Mathern, MVP. Coach Mike T, man, you picked Team Jalen, right?
I did.
Tell us about what you think of the event. Was it a good event? Could they improve it?
Well, no, that event was good, but I don't call it NBA All-Star Weekend this year All-Star Weekend. I call it the NBA Weekend. Because it was not very much All-Star activity going on.
Okay.
But that event was pretty good. It was pretty good. The first game with Vic's team versus Team Paul versus Team Jalen was I was surprised.
Team Tamika.
Team Tamika. I'm sorry, Team Tamika. I was pretty surprised by that one. Vic and them lost to the G League team, right?
Yep. Team Paul.
That G League team was impressive, man. Some of them kids, some of them were making some names for themselves out there, and they was balling. Mac, as he does, it seems like these All-Star weekends, he was balling. It's good, and I like the format of it. It's kind of like hockey. Hockey kind of does that with their All-Star game, with their actual All-Star game. They do that, have little mini series games. So it was pretty dope.
All right. Wild card. What you think of the Rising Stars game?
Hey, at least somebody showed up to play basketball.
They did.
So, the Rising Stars was probably about as you got the competitive basketball all weekend. I guess we'll talk about the other stuff, but since we talk about the Rising All-Stars, man, it was a dope event. I do kind of miss the old format of, rookies versus like second-year players, but I'm not mad at the format that they got going on because it actually goes by pretty quick. They set the point to a certain marker, hit it, and then, keep it going. 2 games and then 1 game. So they get through 3 games relatively pretty quick. So, it's not bad, but I miss the old format, rookies versus, sophomores. But it's all good though. I'm not mad at it.
Coach Urso, were you able to catch any of that?
I was not.
Awesome.
Between quarterback training and practice for 7-on-7, I didn't get a chance to watch anything All-Star game wise. But it's not the same as it used to be. The NBA's kind of changed for me quite a bit. I mean, I played ball growing up, played in high school, played a little bit in college. Like, it's not the same.
You ain't missed nothing, Coach.
Yeah, I heard the dunk contest was trash for the most part.
We don't do that.
we get let's hop right into that. Well, let's switch positions out here. You'll be okay. We go into the dunk contest. But hey, let's talk about that dunk contest. So last year, Mac McClung rebirthed the dunk contest pretty much. He brought it back to relevance. This year, he won again, but in overall, nobody was really feeling it this year. So hybrid, go ahead.
G-League guy. They had to bring in a G League guy.
Well, he's the defending champ.
I get that, but nobody else like that. What made the dunk contest great when I was coming up was the stars were in it.
Whoa.
MJ was in it.
They got
Jaylen Brown in it this year. He's an all-star, and they forced him into the finals in my mind.
Hold on. I got to push back on that. I'm going to let Hybrid get his off first, but I've changed my opinion. So, Hybrid, he said he went to you first. Do your thing, brother.
Come on, the dunk contest, right? It sucked. I mean, there's nothing else you can say that it sucked. And like I said, I agree with Stephen A. Smith for once. I agree with his pretense. I don't agree with the whole thing, but I agree. It is kind of like on the shoulders and the fault of LeBron's and the rest of the people who haven't done it at least once. You know what I mean? Because I know what point that Coach Drip is going to make America, and I'm just gonna say it's apples and oranges to me, but you know what I mean, we just be apples and oranges today.
Can you tell me what point? Can you tell America what point I'm about to make then?
I'm gonna say part of it is that Jordan only did it once or twice. You know what I mean?
They did it multiple
Nope,
times.
I'm not.
I'm saying like the stars. A lot of the stars only did it like once. Kobe only did it, I think, like once. He didn't even defend his title. Vince Carter did it once. Tremack once. So like these things this notion of saying that the stars really do it, they don't really do it. Some do it. I just think when it comes to this generation, the most notable name is LeBron James, and if he would have done it in his younger days, you know what I'm saying? Maybe not. First or second or third or sixth year, but like early on when he really, you know what I'm saying, had the hops and everything, and he was playing reckless out of his mind, I feel like give us one, even if you don't lose. And a point that I think Wildcard brought up last week was a lot of people don't do stuff that they know they're not going to win. You know what I'm saying? So like that might have been a motivation, but I do blame LeBron for not doing it so the other superstars or like marquee names so we can watch it would do it, but I do agree that because after thinking, like, if he's not going to give us a show, if he's going to do what Jaylen Brown did, then I don't want LeBron in the dunk contest or anybody else. You know what I mean? So, like, that's what my point. You know what I mean? But yeah, go ahead, Drew. Let's see your point of what you were saying.
No, you coming to me, G, or pause? Okay.
Hop on.
Okay.
Also, your point. I was saying that. I just about.
So we have to stop saying that stars did the dunk contest. Because it's not true. Factually, it's not true. Kobe was not a star when he did the dunk contest. Kobe was a rookie that averaged 7 points coming off the bench. Vince Carter was in his second year when he came into it. Now he was in his second year. His first year was the lockout year. He played 50 games. Are we going to call him a star? No.
But
no.
his dunking
we
ability.
Said projection. We said projection of
his dunking ability.
Okay, so if you're saying projections, which I'm glad you said.
I'm saying like 60% of people we project to be stars really turn to be stars. I say that. Like
okay, the projections are going up. I got you. You got me right where I got you right where I wanted. Kenny Smith was in the damn dunk contest.
See who?
Kenny Smith that's on TNT was in the dunk contest.
Kenny Smith got
D. Brown won the dunk contest.
Right.
Would D. Brown have an all-star?
No.
Jalen Brown.
That's not what we're saying. We're saying stop.
Cedric Sabalas.
Cedric Sabalas.
But we're saying marquee names, Drip.
I'm naming names of people that won the dunk contest. None of these names are marquee names. Herman Martin is not a marquee name.
I'm not talking about guys that won it, and I'm talking about further back.
Competing.
Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins are the peak of superstars.
Dominique.
That's it.
You had Spud Webb at the time. Like you had guys.
Jason Richardson.
Jason Richardson was not a star.
Not a star.
He was not
a star.
He was a good player. None of them, we say this because Mike did it. So if we're going to
here's the question though, Drip. Here's the question. Do you think if LeBron did it in year 5, year 6, year 7, if he did it one time, are we looking at the dunk contest different now? Is the result
he would have lost?
I'm not saying
it depends what year he did it in.
We broke it down last week of the players that he would have went against. If he would have went against you said year 7, correct? So year 7 for him is Miami, correct? Is he in Miami yet?
I have no idea.
No. He go to Miami to 11, I think.
No. He did 7 years in Cleveland, and then he went to Miami for 4. Then he went back to Cleveland for 2.
Me and Mark tried to tell y'all last week he wasn't beating Gerald Green.
Nah, Gerald
No,
Green.
we're not. See, that's what I'm saying.
He ain't beating Jason Richardson either.
You're saying like you keep putting the asterisk on what we're saying. We're saying participate. We don't care about who wins, bro. Like that's not about like.
Yeah, but why are you participating in something that you know you ain't going to win?
Hear me out. What I'm saying is,
hear me out. I listen to you all the time.
That is the pinnacle right there. Why are you going to participate in something you know you can't win? That's what the players are scared of and that's why they're bringing up G League, Mac McClung, because he's putting on a show and nobody else wants that smoke. Jaylen Brown tried to step up.
I don't know that when you say that they're scared of it, I don't think that they're being scared. None of us are doing anything we know we can't win.
They know because the public, the media is going to put them on the front page as losers.
Okay, G.
I don't think they do that
That's,
though with a dunk.
listen.
The
That's
media
not true,
media does do that.
It's
They
not
blow
that
it up.
serious.
It gets blown up. Jaylen Brown, that D Brown impression, that was terrible. Like D Brown, at least he went like this and dunked it. Jaylen Brown dunked it and then went like this.
Let me ask y'all.
That's because his dunk was trash.
Okay, let me ask y'all on this flip side. Why we always think the worst? Why we always think the worst? What if LeBron said, "Yo, I know I'm not gonna win this joint, but there's some other dunkers out there, joint, that need them attention more than I do."
And I agree. It doesn't have to be the superstars, the high flyers, like the people we know are high flyers. Like Vince, he wasn't a superstar at that point, but we knew he was a high flyer. Like those guys, and don't get LeBron is a high flyer. He should have.
Exactly. My point is, I'm not. It's not about always winning because it's an all-star game. You're not getting paid for it. Doesn't really matter. It's the fact of attempting just once, just asking once. Like, and my point to say is like, Urso, thank you. My point is just, I'm not saying I wholeheartedly agree with you last week when I said you're right. I don't think LeBron was going to beat Gerald Green or that dunk contest champions we saw. But the fact of notability bringing to the event so people can follow suit. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
All right. So this week, because I don't
want to break this up.
I'm not going to act up. But goddamn, can y'all let me finish?
I'm trying to get wild card in the conversation. He's just sitting on the sideline.
All right, so I'm gonna do it for this show. What they just did to me, because they my boys, I'm doing it to them for the rest of the show.
Hey,
when Howard said something, I didn't say a word. I wouldn't even finish.
Hey, if I had the mute button, it would have been boop for you, Mike. Okay, I don't have the mute button on me. I'm not VIP.
I got y'all. Watch.
Wild card.
Nah, I mean, hey, the dunk contest it's a shame that we gotta have a G leaguer for 2 years, make it spark. It was a shame that they had to bring him on last year. He won it, so he had to defend it. Now he's back. Look, I get it. We want to say, hey, LeBron, hey, if you did it, it would have brought, attention and all that. But I just think it's a generational thing. These cats, they don't care about this All-Star weekend in general. It's a vacation for these cats. They getting paid more to play less. They getting paid more to pay less. Hey, Coach Drip, what's going on? They getting paid more to play less. They don't care about this All-Star weekend. Like, look, from the Saturday night events, Anthony Edwards was shooting a 3 left-handed. Do y'all know he's right-handed? He ain't ambidextrous.
Yeah. He said he's gonna shoot the ball left-handed. He did it.
He's not ambidextrous, bro. What are we doing, bro? Like, I'm sorry.
Trying to enter Kobe.
Nah, man. NBA, get rid of some crap that these jokers don't care about. The dunk contest is one of them. It's not the same no more. They're not caring about it because what Jaylen Brown was doing. Come on, dog.
They pushed him in there because he is an all-star. I felt like
do it
pushing
again
him to the finals.
Come on, dog. Hey,
whoa, say what?
He said he want to do it again. If they ask him again,
hell no, man, no.
I did like the theatrics with the Michael Jackson glove on the hand. People didn't get it.
No,
Michael Jackson. Where's Michael Jackson from? Indiana.
Okay, I get it. Okay. I get the symbolism.
Yeah, but you got to think about that after you blown after that dumbass dunk.
Hey, yeah, he could have done a better dunk.
Then he jumped over Kai Cenat.
Yeah.
Hey, dude is 3'4".
Go ahead, Wildcard. He gonna have his whole chat going on.
I mean,
we could use the promotion.
Yeah, go on him.
All right, go ahead, Wildcard. Go ahead.
I'm saying, bro, I'm 5'11". Kai Cenat comes to my belly button, bro. This dude is, and he's sitting in the chair, so he's already short. Then you put him in the chair, that makes him even shorter. You jump over him, and you couldn't even do the D Brown fully. You dunked it, and then you pretty much did the Cam Newton dab after that. So it's like, what are we doing, bro? Like, come on, NBA. Get rid of everything but the 3-point contest.
That's where we're going next. The star 3-point contest. Something they have improved on each year. They made adjustments. They got the star deep ball out there, their own money racket, whatever position he wanted at. Dame Lillard comes out on top. To be the champ, you got to beat the champ, right? Dame time, baby. What did y'all think of that? And that's going to bring us to the 3-point challenge as well. I mean, we had to have a tiebreaker in this 3-point challenge as well. The theatrics was there. It was entertaining. It probably was the best All-Star event, other than it might have been the best All-Star thing all weekend. What's your thoughts, Mike T? The floor is yours, brother.
Yes, this is why the dunk contest sucks. Karl Anthony Towns is in the 3-point contest. A freaking center. The game has changed, man. They pushed it further back. When we was coming up, the layup, coaches told you get to the paint, get to the cup. You know what I'm saying? Get to the bucket. That was the game, inside out. Now, it's just out. Everybody just play out. Karl Anthony Towns was shooting 40-foot 3-pointers in a dunk contest, bro. And that's why I picked to win. So, I mean, it was a good 3-point contest. It was a good 3-point contest. It was dope to see the 4 people tie. I did not like the tiebreaker though.
Yeah, it just made an extra round. He could have just made it the final round, actually.
I think that's what I'm saying. I think they should have just gave everybody the chance to shoot in the last round against Dame, and whoever won, or just added another round and just said between these 5, the last two that win this one, y'all get another round. But I guess time consuming, whatever. But it was good. It was dope. 26 was pretty much the number.
That's a big number.
Yeah. When
26 will win it a lot of times.
Steph and Clay ain't there.
Yeah. Hybrid, you want to follow up?
Yeah, so after looking at the field, I think it was kind of slated for like 2 people, you know what I mean? And that was Karl Anthony Towns and Dame. Now, Trey kind of made it interesting. And like I said, the first round, people tied, so that was interesting. But when you saw the nitty-gritty, it was like, yeah, okay. And then from the way Dame was shooting, you kind of knew he was going to take it. Because he just like, it's at the end of that first round, when he got 26, it looked like, oh, you niggas think this is a game. Watch this. And then he gets to shoot last regardless. So it's like, you know what I mean? He has all the advantages. So it just wasn't, like, it was an exciting show. Don't get it twisted. But when I was doing my little analytics thing, looking at the field, and I'm like, well, it's kind of slated in your favor, my brother. And lastly, Larry Markkinen, I would never pick you again for anything else.
I'm about to say, if you did your analytics and you picked Larry Markkinen, you know,
that's why he really mad.
I was picking with my heart though, and not my head. You know what I mean? Like that's what he was. I'm a Larry Markkinen fan. I just think he's like the next Pau Gasol ×3. You know what I mean? Actually,
what?
Wild card. Follow up.
He can be.
Follow up. Wild card. Disrespecting your Lakers.
Yeah, I don't even know how to follow up that. What was that? Anyway. Okay, 3-point
style.
Nah. 3-point contest. I'm gonna stay focused on a 3-point contest. Look, I enjoyed it. Shout out to Dame. Hey, winning that joint. Hey, and when you had that many people hitting 26, I'm with you, G. That's a high number in a 3-point contest for 4 people to hit that. So I'm also with you, Drip. They should have just went ahead and just pushed all of them forward and then just have them battle it out in the finals. Hey, that's as good as it's gonna get for Dame this year because the Bucks definitely ain't gonna win shit. So at least he got the 3-point contest. So it was enjoyable. I enjoyed it. Not as much as Sabrina versus Steph. I enjoyed that more.
That was dope. That was dope. Coach Urso, you catch 3-point contest? Was you a shooter back in the day, or was you taking it to the rack more?
It was a little bit of both, but probably more of an outside shooter.
Okay.
I played the one mostly, so I was distributing and shooting.
It's nice. Mm-hmm. Well, hey, like wild card.
Oh, Jason, you look like white chocolate. You got a little J. Will.
Hey, you grow up in Tacoma Park, man. You gotta know how to handle the rock.
Yeah, no question.
Facts. Well, let's move on. Like wild card alluded to, we had the 3-point challenge. The 3-point challenge. We had Steph Curry versus Sabrina Ionescu. Now, this whole challenge came about because Sabrina put up 37 in the WNBA 3-point challenge, the star challenge for them as well. And she said, hey, Steph, what's up? He responded back in January. He said, hey, come on out. Let's set this thing up. She came out there. She put up 26, matched every single one of the NBA's best in the first round three-point contest, shooting the same distance just with her ball. Then what Steph do? He put on the show, the dramatics happening, and last racks the money ball and closed it out. Was it as exciting for y'all to watch as the three-point contest? Was it more exciting? And does it allude to Caitlin Clark next year? Coming up. Wild card. You talked about it. Talk about this.
I really enjoyed it because I know we all talk about, women basketball a lot on the show, but I love what Sabrina did. Man, she came out hot. I thought she was about to burn them down when she came out hot. But then, the distance probably got to her a little bit, but I give her credit, man, to put up 26. And I know there's a difference between the WNBA ball and the NBA ball. I'm not gonna play semantics. Hey, she's a hooper, bro. She showed up and showed out, but at the same time, Steph is Steph. Steph is Steph, and he was like, yo, okay, you gonna make me work for this, and so he showed up and showed out. But hey, I would love to see it again. And hey, like you said, if it's Caitlin, I would like to see Caitlin versus Sabrina first. Caitlin,
she's gonna have to beat her first. I agree.
She's gonna have to step to Sabrina first before she go to Steph. So, but that's probably my favorite event of the whole weekend was that Steph versus Sabrina.
Hybrid. Were you able to catch that?
Of course I did. I had to see the light skin man. The light skin man, it lived on Drury Lane, man, and did not disappoint. And as I said, shout out to Mount Shumpert. And as I said, last week, and this is no disrespect to all my female hoopers, because y'all do y'all thing, y'all be hooping. But it's not a sexist thing or a sex thing. This is I'm the greatest shooter thing. I don't care. You put Michael Jordan across from me. I'm going to carry this man in a three-point contest.
Yeah. And
he showed. And I was impressed with her more or less because, like you said, the distance. The ball is not really a thing because the ball is slated towards, it's basically what I saw, the equivalent of the weight for if it was a man's ball, you know what I mean? So a women's game. So it's the same ball, basically, just slated, I guess, to a women's, physiology,
WNBA ball.
Right, exactly. But the distance is the same distance, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And she doesn't shoot that. So you got to give her extra credit for that. And then all you NBA shooters that are shooting less than 40% on one night, she did what y'all couldn't do in the three-point contest. She, like Wildcard said, if she was in the men's three-point contest, she's in that tiebreaker thing situation. And I think she could have did it again. But shout out to her. Caitlin Clark, I agree. She got to go get Sabrina first. But I want to see Dame versus Steph. And me and Drip spoke about this on the hybrid show. That's going to have to be the dynamic has to be Caitlin and Sabrina, Dame and Steph, as far as if they do like a doubles thing. But what you're saying, you're right. She has to earn the right to get on that stage. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm all for it, though. I think this should take the place of the dunk contest, if you ask me. But, hey, who am I?
Mike T.
I think we're prisoners of the moment. It was a good event. But
it was a great show.
I think we're prisoners of the moment. And I hate to say anything that's disagreeing with anybody because nowadays, if you say anything that's disagreeing, you get chastised and canceled. But
we're gonna put you on. Yep.
Yeah. I don't think that she should have shot from the men's 3-point line. Not for the first one. I think that would have been cool if she did it next year. I think that now the men are on notice because if the men would have lost, we wouldn't have heard the end of it.
Mm-mm.
We wouldn't have heard the end of it.
Really?
Huh?
I don't know. No, continue. I'm just shocked that you said that.
Because no one wants to say that because no one wants to get canceled. But it would have been more intriguing to me if she would have shot from her line because if she did 37 from her line, that would have beat Steph that night. And Steph, the men are on notice now. If this happens again, they know what's up. And I just think that it would have been better if we would have had it because I don't get the whole having to change the rules, like changing the rules. If women have different rules. So why do we have to go to the men's rules? Like, why does she have to, I mean, why couldn't she compete at her? I get what people are trying to say, oh yeah, it's helping the women's game, but if their rules are their rules, now I go to watch the WNBA. I don't never watch the WNBA. I'm expecting this woman everybody pulling up from where she was pulling up from. And that's not where realistically what happens.
Oh, I see where you at. Okay. I feel you.
I can agree to disagree.
They have their own rules for a reason. Why does she have to step up to the men's standard? If we're trying to make women's basketball their own standard, then why does she have to step up to the men's standard to be considered what she already is, which is great?
Yeah.
Steve,
I can answer that.
I'm looking at it as it's not man versus woman. It was, but it's not. It's about shooter versus shooter. Pretty much.
That's what I was gonna say.
If you're gonna be a better shooter than me, I'm better shooter than you. We're gonna shoot from the same spot together.
Well, if that's the case,
I'm gonna make it.
No, but to your credit, you brought that up on Tuesday, and my answer was gonna be the same. The reason why she shot from the regular 3-point men's line, you want to say, is because when as a female or any hooper, when you pull up to any gym, regular gym or blacktop in America, it's standard. You know what I mean? It's you know what I mean? It's the regular.
Yeah, but we're not talking about and one right now. We're talking about the WNBA and the NBA.
No, I'm saying
WNBA court, their 3-point line is shorter than the NBA's.
Now, true. They were on the NBA court. They weren't on the LED court that was actually being used for other things, right? So I don't know if it would have been able. It was the LED one also.
It was the LED, yes.
Okay. They could have made that adjustment a lot easier then as well. That was
it was on there when it first
pretty
started.
dope. That's pretty dope. The LED court.
Yeah, that was cool. But like I say, I just think it's because it's to G's point. It's not about gender; it's about hoopers. So they're just making it unilateral. And if you go to any court, it's going to be like the regular.
But if it's
it's really about. She got to use her ball, so it's a little bit different, lighter, and all that stuff too. So it does. The distance is definitely going to affect you, no doubt about it. I agree. But then would Steph be able to shoot from that same line too?
No, he shoots from his line.
But we're having a contest.
Nobody said that. Nobody made it a thing about her shooting from Steph's line until she said it. None of us cared before. We weren't saying before the show. We didn't know if she was going to shoot from the line, and we ended up confirming it later when she said it.
You called out it was her line.
That's what she said. That's what it was at first. She asked for it to be the line. If you go back and watch it, when it first starts, when they was out there shooting shots, her line was on the LED board too. She made that decision to shoot at Steph. She said it at the press conference. She told them that she wanted to shoot from Steph's line.
Hey,
that's what I'm saying.
Props out to her.
Yeah, but
whether she won or lost, they both put on a hell of a fucking show.
Yeah,
like that's what it was about. It wasn't. Everybody wants to win, but like both of them said, like Steph said, "Hey, look, props out to her. She put on a show, and like he had to follow that. That crowd was going crazy, and she put up 26 off break, more than Cat, because Cat was cheating. He was stepping on the line when he was
stepping on the line.
Habitual line stepper out there.
Yes.
Okay, I get that. She lost though. And
she did.
You can say as much as you want. It wasn't about a male versus gender. If that's the case, then how come we never seen the top two shooters in the league shoot? How come we never seen Steph versus Clay? We just see 8 other people in the competition.
I mean, didn't they do
well, Steph is beyond a 3-point contest. We already know he's.
So is Clay.
But one day in the same 3-point contest.
That's my point. What I'm saying to you is you can't take the male versus female part out of it. Y'all trying to say that it was just because they're 2 dope shooters. No, it definitely was because it was a male versus a female.
I never said it wasn't that.
Yes, you did. You just said that you think it was.
I said it was about putting on a great show. Yes.
Yeah, but it was
definitely male versus female.
It was male versus female.
Correct.
No, I'm saying
if he would have lost, we would not be having this same conversation right now.
We would be having this conversation about it. We would be like, yo, Steph lost to Sabrina.
The WNBA will be through the roof. If it was about what I'm saying to y'all, if it was about enhancing women's basketball, the way the women's basketball is played, their line is different than the NBA. You're trying to prove a personal point. You, Sabrina, are trying to prove a personal point to people that shooters shoot. But for the WNBA, for the people that don't watch the WNBA, they don't know that their line ain't the same.
Yeah.
Then they don't know basketball.
Oh, so what? So you going to fault them for not want to know basketball, but you want them to watch? That don't make no sense.
I don't care. I don't care about those people.
Yeah, but to Drift's point, he's saying that Sabrina was putting on a show to big up WNBA in that moment, and if she would have won, I think that humanistically, just that's what they doing. They can hang with the fellas. Well, let me check out their content. So that's why I feel where you coming from.
You don't think that still a point was still made because she scored 26 to his 29, 28? Yeah,
29.
No, because she shot on his court. If she would have showcased what the WNBA
wait. But listen. I guess I'm kind of confused because you're saying she needed to she wanted to show that she could hang, or maybe Wildcard has said that she wanted to show that she could hang, and I'm just saying to that point, shooting on the because man's court for man's range and scoring 3 less points than Steph didn't show that she can hang. So if I'm going to keep things moving here. I'm going to keep things moving because we've been on this topic for way too long about this 3-point contest. Let's get to what was supposed to be the bread and butter All-Star weekend, the All-Star game.
Trash.
They put up record numbers. But it's the no defense game pretty much. And it was absolutely no defense at all. They set new records for the highest scoring points total, highest scoring points by a team, most 3-point shots attempted, most 3-point shots made. It was out of control. Nobody played defense, and the West did not win. I guess the West doesn't play defense.
Man. Bro, they man.
Wild card. What you think about the game, man?
Hey, you know what? I was so disgusted that I'm deferring my time to Coach Urso because I want you to spit what you said when we was off camera. So I'm deferring all my time to Coach Urso. I'm disgusted with that All-Star game. Go ahead, Coach.
About what?
Exactly. about that bad All-Star game, man. About how it ain't the same, man.
Oh yeah, no, it's not. It's the guys don't care about it anymore. It's not, I don't even know what to say. It's not entertaining. Like it used to be must-see TV for me, and maybe because I was a kid, maybe because I was in my 20s, but it was like All-Star weekend. I was plugged in, man. I was locked down, sitting in front of my TV, watching TNT or whatever the hell channel it was on. And now it's just, it ain't it anymore. And I don't know how to fix it, to be honest. It's kind of the same way the Pro Bowl went in the NFL, and that, that hasn't recovered. Now they got a damn flag football game that they play.
Mm-hmm.
The time when the Pro Bowl was competitive to a point.
90s.
Sean Taylor.
Yeah, I think that's what ended it, honestly.
Yeah, that is what
But Sean Taylor, that
it was.
I think
that was the last
hit,
time.
Everybody's like, yeah, I'm not.
A kicker? A punter?
But yeah, like the last like NBA All-Star good memory I have was like when I forget who it was. Somebody called out Magic Johnson to guard him in the game. And it was like they wanted to challenge themselves against somebody. Like this is just come down and alley-oop contest with other people on the damn court. It's not basketball.
Somebody's running to the basket. Everybody get out his way.
Yeah. It's just, okay, we're just going to show off, from my time on the court, and eventually I'll get the ball and get my chance to show off. And I mean, you probably see more better dunks in the dunk or in the All-Star game than you do in the dunk contest.
There's definitely a chance of that for sure. So follow-up question to everybody also, is there something NBA can do, or do y'all have an idea to make the NBA All-Star game more entertaining, better for the people to watch? Mike T, you shaking your head like you got something up your sleeve.
No, I don't know exactly what to do, but they need to incentivize it. Yep, they incentivize it, then I think this is going to change. I think everything's going to change.
And it's not that these guys need more money, but that's the way you motivate people.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Yep, unfortunately.
See, my take is kind of different. Number one, for my whole take from the game itself, Dame, you a Bama.
Yeah.
You are a Bama. Dame Lillard, you are a freaking Bama. And in the DMV, that means you are weird. You know you're in Indy. Why you Halliburton was hot. They weren't playing no defense. We get that. But when you in the historically, when you're in the city of the All-Star, you let the All-Star get his, if they're hot, let them go. That man was hot, and you just had to come in because I get it. Your first start in the All-Star, I get it. You was in the West. You had Chris Paul to deal with all those years. I get it. Because let's keep it real. That's who was starting over you most time. Bro, use a bad one. Secondly, Drip incentivizing it 100%. 100%. But then I'll leave you with this. LeBron, everyone else, y'all want to keep invoking the spirit of the Mamba, of Kobe. Well, he's got a quote that's been played saying that, yeah, you need to play hard in the All-Star game. Stop invoking my man's spirit when it's just a convenience to y'all. Play hard like the Mamba will play. If he was sitting in them stands, he'd have left. He would have left, I'm sure, because that was embarrassing. That's not the product that you want to keep putting out for us. Because we remember when what was that 04, 05, when the East beat the West? And in the last couple minutes, I think it was post Jordan or whatever, and this was Iverson. It was
Iverson had to steal it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
I just saw highlights of that.
Yeah, like that was the last time, other than when Kobe was playing. Because when another thing, Bron, Kobe used to take you full court every All-Star game.
He would.
You don't remember? You don't remember? Because I do. Get back to stop acting like you got the mob mentality and that's my big bro. I'm invoking the spirit with his legacy. Doing that. You're not doing that. You being just like everybody else.
I hate LeBron, man.
No, I'm not saying that, but he's a Laker. He's a Laker, and he invokes the and I'm not just him. I'm saying LeBron, everyone else.
Yeah, but there's 24 players out there, and only
Wild card. What you think? How can he make this NBA game better?
Get rid of it. Why we gotta incentivize for you to play hard? Why?
Why not?
No, man, come on, man. Hey, to E's point, when Mamba was playing, when Jordan was playing, when back in the from 02, 03 and before, they played. They were competitive. They wanted to see what happens when you take some of the best on the planet against the other guys who's best on the planet. Let's head up. Let's see who the best. They don't do that no more.
Man.
Not. I may be old and call me old fashioned. I'm used to players being competitive, man. I'm used to seeing players that want to win, no matter what the situation was. I'm used to that. I'm like that. I want to win in everything. When I wake up, man, I'm trying to be the best teeth brusher in the world. When I wake up, and I feed my kids, I'm trying to be the best pancake flipper in the world. Dog, I'm trying to do everything the best that I can, better than everybody. I wish some would say they flip pancakes better than me. No, you don't.
What kind of pancakes you make? You make Mickey Mouse's? You make what? What's your kind?
Mickey Mouse ears and all. What?
Okay.
Yeah, but when y'all say that the older players used to compete, the game was at 2:00. They didn't have no damn 76 damn obligations before the game. Like y'all, that's the thing. That's why I kind of hate being old, because we be forgetting sometimes the game was different. They were more competitive. That's true, but they had a lot less stuff to do. The game was at 2:00, meaning it wasn't all that lead up stuff, all the sponsorship stuff they got to do. Like Rachel Nichols made it a very, 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 very valid point. If y'all haven't seen it, y'all should go back and see it. It's on Twitter. By the time they get to the game, they've done 76 different things. to the point where the NBA has shown them the game really don't matter. We here for the sponsors. So they're human beings at the end of the day. Like, I mean,
comes with the job description, bro. It's
no, it doesn't because
bro. It's a lot of things as a
I
singer.
talk tonight, bro. Y'all blowing me with that for real. Y'all like blowing me with that, bro. Because you keep cutting me off. You didn't let me finish. No, it's not the same. If I wake up at 10 o'clock to go play a game at 2 o'clock, and I wake up at a game from 10 o'clock, and then we got to go from 10 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and I'm doing interviews for the press the whole day, that is not the same thing. Stop. Let's stop lying, bro. We're just old. We like what we like. But at the same time, it's not the same thing. So to your point about why they should be incentivized, because everybody else is getting paid off their backs, why I call them.
That's fair. I can give you that. And to add on to your point, we didn't grow up in the social media era. And I think that changes a lot nowadays where how sports is handled. We didn't grow up in that. Like, I was a freshman I was a freshman in college in 2005 when Facebook came out. So it's like, to your point, I can feel you on that, Drip, because like what these cats are dealing with all the media, that's a fair point. But for me, it still shouldn't take away from your competitive fire.
So I got an idea also. So okay. I don't know if he can do it or not, but do you think home court advantage for the winner, East or West? That's like one thing. Like baseball.
That's what I was going to say. They did that in baseball, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And I got another one for these new players. I know that all the season awards, you need 65 games. Well, how about we lower the East or West, whatever team wins, you only have to play 60 games to get these season awards now too.
So, this is my thing. This is my thing.
More days off?
When Kobe died in what, 20?
20, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They played hard that following season, the All-Star game. You know what I mean? Like it's like that's my point of it. When
they made the All-Star game different too. They had team captains. They had
and they had
system,
a talk
bit as well.
They had a talk score in the full court. I remember that. I'm just saying it could be the same thing. Competitive just don't have to change. I'm not saying for them to go all out and give 100% make it better than what we've seen. That's just what I'm saying. Like they played hard. Like for instance, valid point is they play harder in the UFC pickup games than they do in the All-Star game, and that's for free.
There's working for competitive advantage there for your team, for your country and everything. Mike T, I see you want to hop in.
No, I was just going to say that year that Kobe died, more of those players that played in that game played with Kobe, as opposed to this game. So when we say I just think the cool thing nowadays is just to bash the athletes all the time. And it's like, never see it from the other side. We never see it from the other side. Yeah, I'm going to go compete so I can be a trampoline circus act for a whole weekend, and everybody else is getting paid billions of dollars, and I'm not. I got a problem with that. It's not my fault because you guys were older and you wouldn't fight for that. Matter of fact, you did fight for that, and I benefited from it. Stop hating. Everybody getting paid, from the announcers, from everybody, and they don't get no money. And we're supposed to just be sitting up there, yeah, they need to compete. They need to do this. When I was young, and it's like, it's an all-star game, bro. Like, all them joints weren't. Every time somebody say back in the day when I watched the all-star game, they named 2 or 3 instances. You can tell me what happened in the 2001 all-star game. Go ahead and tell me what happened in the 98 one.
Back in my day.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. The Magic Johnson one, yeah, that was the one after he announced he had AIDS in Orlando. So
I'm more or less talking about like the teams. There was more competitive in some of the teams. You know what I'm saying? Different format of that. It was a little bit more competitive. I'm saying even when Kobe was living.
I know we were talking about players getting paid. Now we're gonna switch topics out here. College football players getting paid nowadays. Somebody who came out, I don't know about out of pocket. He every quarterback should have that swag, that confidence in him. Shedeur Sanders came out and said, if I came out in this year's draft, I'm the best quarterback coming out in 2024 NFL draft. let's get to this topic because there's some other hot quarterbacks for this draft that are looking at for that top spot. Do y'all agree with Shadori Sanders making this comment? I know Mike T's a big fan. Coach Urso, we got a quarterback right in here in the building with us. Let's get on this. And would y'all want to rank these quarterbacks too? Possibly top. We can go 3 to 5, whatever you feel comfortable with. Coach Urso, I see you ready to jump on there.
He's talking about in this draft that's coming up.
This draft coming up, he said.
He would not be the top quarterback, in my opinion. He's good. Don't get me wrong. He is good, but he's not at that level yet. If I had to rank the guys, because everybody talks about the top 3 right now, it would be Williams 1, Drake May 2, and then Daniels 3. Main reason being, it's just something about the LSU kid. He incredibly talented, but he has a knack for when he runs. It reminds me of when RG3 ran, and he does not know how to avoid hits. Every time he gets hit, he gets the goddamn sonic rings knocked out his ass. And if you take hits like that in the league, you will not be long for it. He's talented, but he doesn't know how the hell to get out of the way. Williams worries me in the sense, not his talent. Talent is there. He's got that in spades. But when a college player is talking about he wants part ownership in whatever team he wants to go to, that's a gigantic red flag for me. Because one, A, that's not even legal. But two, the fact that he's thinking about that, like, don't get me wrong. Yes, build your brand. You want to think ahead, but worry about making a name for yourself in the league first, where you want to be a damn owner. And I don't know enough, honestly, about May. He's been a solid player, but maybe I'm a little jaded because I'm a Commanders fan. So UNC quarterbacks don't have the best track history right now with us.
Hey, we'll do a quick follow-up. Y'all got the number 2 pick. Are y'all trading up to get Caleb, or y'all good with the second tier? Personally.
I don't know. It is hard. I wouldn't trade up from 2 because you would have to give up so much, and you don't get the 2 pick gifted to you often. And I say gifted, they earned it. Trust me, I was there for all the losses. But I don't know. It takes so much draft capital even just to move up from one spot from 2 to 1. So if it were me, I would stand pat and I would just make the best of the situation. I'm not going to mortgage the farm on. We've seen quarterbacks go top 3, top 5, even top 2 that turn out to be busts. And you mortgage your whole future for the number 1 pick. That could set your franchise back a decade.
So if you had your pick, you want Caleb Williams.
If I had the first pick
without having a
draft, as a Commanders fan, I would take Caleb. Partially is because of the relationship that he has with Kingsbury, who's now the OC in Washington. So part of me hopes that Caleb kind of pulls Eli Manning with Chicago.
There's a lot of talk of him doing it. He was talking about doing it.
Yeah, that I'm not coming there. It makes all the sense for him to come to Washington. It's where he's from. It's where his college coach is now. On paper, it makes a lot of sense. But yeah, looking at it just purely talent based, where the ceiling is, I would take Williams.
Wild card. What's your take on this situation?
Hey, I love Shador's confidence. I would probably. Well, I love Jayden Daniels' mobility, but like to Kurt Russell's point, man, he likes to throw his body around like a crash test dummy, so that ain't too good. I will say this: Caleb scares me a little bit. I think he seems a little bit overconfident for me, a little bit too much. Which ain't nothing wrong with that, but you ain't proved nothing. Like you ain't played it down in the NFL. Like the NFL will humble you real quick. So. And then hey, I love Shador's confidence. He say that he be the best. I will say this: he didn't have that much of an offensive line in Colorado, so I don't think you got the true sense of what he can be. Now, to his point, to Shador's point, I mean, he's getting trained by Tom Brady and Troy Aikman and Peyton Manning. Like he's rubbing elbows with some of the better quarterbacks that's ever played in the NFL. So there's some knowledge that he got that I think that can give him a slight advantage. So I think he definitely probably be around Drake May, around Jaden Daniels, probably getting drafted. I don't think he'd be top pick overall. Caleb Williams got too much following behind that for him to go above Caleb. So, but I love the confidence though.
So what's your top 3 or 4?
I'd probably go with what Urso did, what Coach did. Caleb Williams for sure. Drake May, he could really spin it, but being down there in Carolina, it is, he never won the big game.
Miss Trubisky could spin it too. They said,
yeah, that's the thing. There's a problem that comes. So you got Mitch Trubisky, now you got Sam Howell, now you got Drake May. So that little Carolina quarterback, come with a little
strong arms.
Yeah.
Strong arms.
Yeah. So, but Jane Daniels, hey, he played tough, man.
Let me throw another name out there. Michael Penix Jr. Is he ahead of Michael Penix Jr. or is Michael Penix Jr. ahead of him?
I don't mind him being 24, 25 years old. I don't mind that. The only thing that scares me is that he spent a lot of time in college and he got hurt a lot. So if he didn't just get hurt, he had like ACL injuries multiple times. So like, I'm getting in a guy that's 25 years old where you pretty much, there's 3 to 4 years already taxed on your body. And now you're a rookie at 25, 26 years old. So it's like, I can't get, when you draft a quarterback, I'm looking at a 10 to 15 year plan for you. I can't have a 10 to 15 year plan with Michael Penix. Not only his age, but his body. So it's like, I don't know if I can take Michael
Penix. That. I like that. I like that breakdown right there. So you got Shador ahead of him then.
Oh yeah, I will put Shador ahead of him.
All right, I'm saving Mike T for last. Hybrid, hop in here.
Yeah, Shador wouldn't be the top overall pick this season. I definitely agree. And as far as the quarterbacks, I definitely agree with Coach Urso and Wildcard. But I'll say this about Caleb Williams. He shows that his mind isn't totally on the X's and O's. Like, he's all about his brand, and that's something that's like, forget, the league will humble you. The league will put you out. Like, it's somebody that's on someone else's team, like, oh, so you want to be an owner? Let me help you. Second play, there's Kelly Williams with such and such injury. Oh, he can't, he gets the Michael Irvin injury and can't play no more. Something like that. Not wishing him bad. I'm just saying his mentality for his quotes, he's too much into not just coming and being a rookie. And he doesn't get it. Like, now I understand these kids are different, but I'm pretty sure, he's going to have someone on his team, a vet, is going to be his vet, is going to, haze him or whatever you want to call it. So I think he needs to really hunker down, and get ready for what's coming, and next being the quarterback, and et cetera,
Mike T.
I don't think Shador would have been the number 1 pick, but I think he would have been the number 2 pick.
Ooh, okay, spicy.
I think if he was in this draft, Washington definitely drafts him.
Going to Commanders?
I think they definitely draft him. I think that would be a no-brainer. We wouldn't even be talking about them trading the pick or trading up to get Caleb. I think that they would be fine with Caleb at number 1 if Shador was in the draft. I'm not saying that by skill-wise. I just think some teams, some franchises we've traditionally known go for the splash. And I think Shador will be the splash pick. Honestly, I don't think he's going to be the number 1 pick this year coming out. I think it's going to be Travis. To be honest with you, if Travis stays healthy this year, Shador is going to be whatever number pick after.
Even if he says like records and stuff, you think he wouldn't be?
Most of them records are going to be helped by Travis.
That's true.
Either Travis or
I'll tell you,
go ahead.
The main thing NFL teams look at when they look at quarterbacks now is, can they play on schedule? Because there's a lot of guys that can make plays out of the pocket, running around. Like I look at Johnny Manziel as a perfect example. Everybody loved Johnny Manziel in college. I couldn't stand Johnny Manziel in college because he would have a perfectly clean pocket and he would not throw the ball on time. The only time he would throw the ball is he'd run around, wait for everything to break down, and then throw the ball. That tells me two things. One, he can't play on schedule. Two, he doesn't know how to read a damn defense. Because the only way he could find people open is when all hell breaks loose. So they want to see guys that can play on schedule, on time, get the ball out in rhythm, because you're not outrunning DNs in the league unless you're Lamar Jackson. That shit ain't happening. Them DNs are running 4.5, 4.6, and they're faster than most quarterbacks. So yeah, I mean, I think Shador's ceiling is through the roof. I just think if he were to have to come out this year, it would have been a mistake. Mm-hmm. But I think next year he could very well be the top player. It could be between him and Travis. Honestly, it's going to depend who has that top pick and what their need is.
Mm-hmm. Well, if they got a quarterback or a young quarterback, then they'll go Travis. If they don't have a quarterback, they'll go to Shador.
Exactly.
Are there any returning quarterbacks from this season coming? Like other than Shador?
I mean, there's plenty. There's about 108 of them. I don't know.
No, I'm saying I'm saying as far as the premier teams and like premier name quarterbacks. I mean, most of them.
Yeah,
Alabama's guy. He could be up there.
But do you think they're gonna be good? That's what I'm saying. Like I think Colorado, like we said, I think Colorado, this will be their year to maybe turn things around and have a good season.
I mean, like Drake May wasn't a big name the whole season before the season started and everything.
Is Quinn Ewers coming back at Texas?
Yes.
Okay. So that would be it. Would be him and Shador would be the two biggest names.
And the Washington State quarterback transferred to Miami, I believe. I forgot his name.
That was Ward.
That's Penix, isn't it? Oh, no, that's Washington. Never, not Washington.
His name is like Cam Ward or something like that.
Yeah, he transferred to the U.
Yeah.
Speaking about quarterbacks, like we said, we have a resident quarterback with us today, Coach Urso, Dime U. Tell us a little bit more about Dime U. I know we had you previous last year's seasons and stuff about Dime U, but talk to us about Dime U. And y'all have stepped it up big time and made some big moves throughout this past season. So let us talk about this.
Yeah, man. No, I appreciate it. So yeah, Dime U is now in its second year. Started out as quarterback training for anybody from youth up through high school into college. Like I said, last year was the first year I did it. Did a 7-on-7 team as well in the spring because we had a lot of kids around the program wanted to do 7-on-7 and we had enough interest, so we did it. This year, now year 2, we just finished our winter session for the quarterback training. It sold out like a month before it even started. So had 24 quarterbacks I was training, 12 in the youth group, 12 in the high school group. Did a 7-week session. It was every weekend, every Sunday. We were at Capitol Sportsplex indoors getting work in. And then we held a tryout for our second year of 7-on-7. And this year we expanded from having just an 18U to now we have an 18U and a 15U. The response was overwhelming, to say the least. We had 125 kids come out to try out between the two teams. Only kept the plan was to keep 20 on each team. We ended up keeping 21 on each team. So we kept 42 out of that 125 that had registered to try out. And our first tournament is this weekend. So we're getting ready to head up to Delaware on Saturday for this pylon tournament and get it started.
Nice. What are the teams looking like in this tournament?
They're good, man. So every tournament's different. You don't know who's going to be there till you see who's there, but there'll be the usual suspects from around this area that are all quality teams, and then if you're traveling like we are to a different state, you'll get teams from that state and the surrounding areas. So I'm sure there'll be some Jersey teams, some Delaware teams, some Pennsylvania teams that will be out there, and that's also the nice thing about being in the DC area is, all the tournaments that are here, because DC is DC, it attracts a lot of outside teams. So local tournaments here, we'll get teams from Florida, Georgia. We got one from Minnesota last year came through. So yeah, I mean, it's always good comp. It's, we'll get nationally ranked teams that will come out. That was kind of how we made our bones last year. How we, what blew up Dime U was taking down a nationally ranked team.
Tell us a little bit about that. Little Birdie told us that you might have took down some big name teams last year.
Yeah, no, we had a fortunate day. So yeah, we played in the C1N tournament last year down, right in front of Lincoln Memorial, downtown DC, and C1N is Cam Newton's organization. So they put on a tournament. Yep. They put on a tournament. His team was in it. He coaches the team. They were ranked at the time number 2 in the country. So went through the pool play day on Saturday, which is where you just play your 3 games, and then they seed you for the playoffs. So playoffs start on Sunday. Played our first game, won that second round matchup. Looking at the schedule, we're playing Cam, and little old Dime U first year team went out and beat them in overtime, 28-26, knocked them out of their first tournament or their own tournament. And after that, man, so that was on a Sunday. By Tuesday, I had like 50 or 60 kids inbox me trying to get on the team. It's like, no, we're good.
That's what's up, man.
I'm out next year. But we always appreciate the support, and the attention was nice for the program for sure.
And who before Mike T's gonna be next? Who was your quarterback last year?
So we actually had 3 at different times. So we had Quinn Stofa from Blair, Kirby Matson from Blake, and then Nino Marzullo from QO. So that C1N game, Nino quarterbacked that game. He was going head to head with a Michigan commit. So that kid's now a freshman at Michigan this year. And he didn't throw an incompletion the whole game. Not a single incompletion. We scored every time we had the ball.
That is a great feeling, balling out there. Shout out to Nino. Mike T, hop in here.
Quinn and Kirby both did great for us too in their time as well.
Oh, me?
Yeah, Mike T. Mike T.
Oh, my bad.
Coach.
Me?
He said me.
Yeah. This family for us. So, having them on here is a joy. Because we get to give them his flowers and give the kids their flowers as well. Something that I wanted you to. Well, I know you're not going to gloat, so I'll kind of gloat for you. Should we turn Dom U into committed U? Because I mean, the U, I'm not on the coaching staff. I was about to say technically, I'm not on the coaching staff, but I am the drippiest of the drip. And my man puts them in the schools. So talk a little bit about that. Like, how does it feel about Dom U in their second year having so much success with helping these kids get to the next level?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's great to be a part of these kids' stories. And, I don't want to say, that Dime U was the reason they got into these schools, because it's not. It takes a village, and it's their high schools, it's their personal trainers, it's 7-on-7 coaches like us, to all kind of contribute to getting these kids the exposure that they want and that they need, and that these colleges want to see. So yeah, I mean, it's a really nice feeling to be able to see, guys that played for me last year committing, and I can share that for them on social media and share in their joy, and have them come back and and give back to our program. So we've got a couple guys that played for Dime U last year on the 18U that are committed to go to college, and they're helping coach our 15U this year. So it kind of extends an olive branch to those young kids, like, hey, these guys came through the program and now they're getting to go to school for free. So that's Nino and Joshua Harris Goff, who committed to Wheeling University. So both of them are helping with the 15U.
Yeah,
that's dope.
I seen them out there. I got to see them out there when y'all played the Ghost, with scrimmage the Ghost.
Yeah. But no, I mean, we've had, I want to say like 7 or 8 guys that played with Dime U last year that are committed to colleges. So, Judah's going to University of Maryland. Garrett's going to Merrimack. Nino going to Fairmont. Josh going to Wheeling. Quinn is he'll be at Salisbury. Aiden will be at Salisbury. I'm sure there's a couple other guys I'm forgetting, but we had a really, really good group come through last year.
That's dope. Wild card. Hop in here for questions.
For sure. So, man, Coach, man, what is the most gratifying feeling? Is it winning the tournament or seeing these guys get committed?
I mean, it's seeing them get committed. I mean, winning is great, but that's in a 7-on-7 tournament. It's fleeting, and it's at the end of the day, it's fun, but it's 7-on-7. Nobody's hanging banners in the gym for winning the 7-on-7 tournament that happens every weekend.
Well, 10 years from now, you got it.
Helping these kids, get to the next level, creating that memory for them, being able to share in the joy of them and their family, of being able to go to school for free or at a heavily discounted rate and get to play at that next level. It opens doors, throughout your life. And the type of coaching that you get in college, the education on both the education side and education and how to handle your body will benefit you, tremendously in your life. So, yeah, winning is great. Don't get me wrong, but seeing these kids go to the next level is definitely a little sweeter.
Now to follow up on that, so say your commitment numbers of players that come through your program goes up. Say your winning goes up as well. Now, are you hoping that can keep upticking? Because you saw how it turned out for you last year. You knock out a well famous 7-on-7 team, and you see the participation up like. Oh, yeah. What is almost like your 5-year plan with Dime U? Do you want to see it like take off to heights that you thought you probably couldn't even believe?
Yeah, I mean, it's one hand washes the other with that stuff. So the more you win, the more talented players are attracted to your program. The more players that you're associated with that go to the next level, the more talented players want to associate with your program. The more talented players you have, the more you're going to win. So yeah, it all runs parallel to each other. So yeah, I mean, ultimately the goal would be to continue, number one, training quarterbacks as I do, because that's the crux of it. That's the meat and potatoes of it. The 7-on-7 part is the fun part. But yeah, I mean, I would love to be a nationally ranked team 5 years from now, to have Dime U be known outside of just, the DMV area. So yeah, I mean, I would say that would probably be the end game.
Hey, say less, Coach. I got a couple of cousins. I'm gonna send them. I'm gonna send them your way. They from out in Missouri. I'm gonna like, hey, you got to go down to Mo County for a couple of weeks. Hey, we'll get the hotel and stuff situated though. I got
that'll work
your way, man.
Yeah. I don't have to have legal transfers for them to play 7-on-7. So if they want a vacation here for a couple months, cool.
Bet.
Hey, hybrid, hop in here, man.
Coach, I'm gonna set a scene for you, right? So your team and the opposing team tied. You're on your opposing team's 45-yard line. 5 seconds to go. It's overtime, but it's a chance you could score. And you believe in your team. What conversation are you having with your kids in that moment? And what conversation are you having with your quarterback? And then my follow-up question is, I know Hail Mary is of course a play you can run, but what play would you run in that situation? Like anyway from your 45, that's 45 to 30 to get yourself in the end zone.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of that is, is situational. So it would be, are they running more man or are they running more zone? If I think they're going zone, I'm running the play we call Bangle. It's a trips combination. I'm not gonna go into what it is.
Right.
I dig that. I ain't want right.
But it has a way of putting particular zone defenses in a pickle. And if the quarterback reads it out right, you do have a chance to score if you can protect it. And that's the beauty of 7-on-7 is you got 4 seconds to throw it. So I don't got to worry about protecting it.
Oh, okay.
So in that situation, we would probably go with that. If it's a man situation, I'm putting my best receiver on whatever side the quarterback feels more comfortable throwing it up to. I'm ISOing him over there, and we're going to go play 500.
What's that conversation like though? Like in the huddle beforehand, like to motivate your team to keep them, because I know their heart's got to be beating fast, their adrenaline is pumping, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now you said it. You said it's a tie game or we're down.
Yeah, it's a tie game. It's a tie game. You know, this is the winner. You're like, look, this is
a tie game. It's like, hey fellas, look, we got nothing to lose. It's a tie game. You know, we're gonna take our shot here. If we make a play, we win it, great. If not, we're gonna whip their ass in overtime. But this is your chance to take it and take the bull by the horns. And that's kind of like the conversation I had with them last year as a team before. I know your scenario was end of game, but before the Cam Newton game, because a lot of these kids, when they saw who we were playing pop up on the little app schedule, I see like a lot of the heads like this, like, oh, we're gonna lose. And I just told them, I said, folks, there's 2,000 people standing around going to watch this game, because every game that Cam Newton's team played, it was like a crowd that followed Tiger Woods around the golf course would follow to watch. I said, we are the only 20 people out here that think we can win this game. We have nothing to lose. All the pressure's on them. Go out here and play loose and play free and be you. And all the guys know, it's kind of part of every pregame is I chanted to them 3 times before we start is, who's the only team out here that can beat us? And they reply, us, because it's the truth. If we play our game, the only team that we feel can compete with us is us.
What's up, man? I like that, man.
Coach Drip, you got something you said?
Oh no, I just wanted to just briefly, just real quick. Could you explain to people the rules? Because my first 7-on-7 experience was you get the scrimmage. So for those that might not know the rules, briefly.
Yeah, 7-on-7 is a unique game. So it is. It's a 20-minute game. Some tournaments are 25-minute games, running clock. The offense starts at the opponent's 40-yard line going in, so you only got 40 yards to get to the end zone. You get 3 downs instead of 4, and in those 3 downs, you have your first down is at the 25-yard line, so you got to get 15 yards to get a first down. Your second first down is at the 10, and then you get then it's goal to go from there. It is essentially what boils down to one hand touch. Like if you touch a guy with a finger, he's considered down. So it really concentrates and emphasizes the skill positions. There are no linemen. It is all passing for the most part. There are the occasional tournament that you can run the ball, but you're not really going to get very far. It's more of like a surprise tactic if somebody runs the ball. You score touchdowns are 6 points. You can go for 1 from the 5-yard line. You can go for 2 from the 10. Interceptions, again, depending on the tournament, can be worth points for the defense. So for an example, some tournaments, interception will be worth 2 points, but if they stop you on downs, it'll be worth 1 point. So you could theoretically be down, say, 10 points and the other team has the ball, but you still have a shot, because if you get a pick, now you got 2 more points. Now your deficit's 8. You go down, score, and get a 2-point conversion. Now you're tied. So there's unique ways to score, but it goes quick. Like I said, they're 20 to 25-minute games on the clock.
Yeah,
it goes fast.
Yeah. So, follow-up question on that. I know I do a little co-ed leagues on a side hustle myself and stuff. When you score, do you always go for 2, or do you go for 1, or is it a situational thing?
It is situational. It depends really on how I'm feeling in terms of, like, do I have a good handle on what I think they're doing defensively?
Okay.
Usually it'll take me 1 to 2 drives to try to figure out tendencies of the other coach, because this isn't like, high school, college, where you can sit there and watch film and break down and know who you're going to play. You find out who you're going to play 5 minutes before you play. So if I feel like I've got the other team pegged and I know, okay, down here they like to go cover 2 or they like to go man, and I think I've got something that can beat it, then I'll go for 2. But it just depends. It's game flow, also situation. Are we down? Are we up? Does one put me out of reach for them, or do I need to get 2 to put the lead out of reach? So it's situational.
Okay. Nice, man. Anybody got a last minute question for us?
Yeah, I just got one last question, Coach. Now with 707, what skill positions? Obviously, it's wide receiver, quarterbacks, D-backs, linebackers involved in it.
Yep.
Okay, linebackers. Okay, so it's very skill heavy, and then of course, you're the coach. What do you think can help with 707 and translate to the high school and college game? What are some of the pros on that?
No, I mean, I think it's done routinely, believe it or not, every day in practice in high school, college, and the pros. They just do it with pads on.
Yeah.
So it's often referred to in college as as a skeleton drill. So it's like the bones, the skeleton. So while linemen are down doing their thing, the skill guys are running 7-on-7. So they're not doing it in a game format like we're doing it, but they're running plays. It's where you can work on timing, reading defenses. It gives quarterbacks a clearer view of the field because there are no linemen. So you can really hone in on seeing, okay, this linebacker buzzed out this way, or seeing leverage of a corner, or seeing what a safety's doing without being encumbered by the line in front of you. And then obviously when you get all 11 out there, you can hopefully take that knowledge with you.
Got you. Obviously, we play football. I know this. I just wanted you to kind of break that down for our audience, for those who aren't familiar with the 7-on-7 game and how does it translate to, seeing what you see on your TV, from a high school.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, it's really just to sharpen up, and work on timing between quarterbacks, receivers, running backs. The pitfall of it is when some coaches will run stuff that they would not normally run in their normal offense or defense just to win in 7-on-7.
Got you.
Like I'll see, we'll play teams and immediately the linebackers at the snap are dropping 20 yards deep because, and I'm like, you're not going to do that in normal football. Like you're not helping these kids. You're just trying to win this game.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I never heard
people want to win. People want to win.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
I ain't never heard no linebacker just
was that Tampa Bay? Tampa Bay cover 2, right?
Nah,
they like
extended.
Tampa Bay cover 8.
Oh man.
Hey, well, Coach, we really appreciate you having on the show, man. As always, tell everybody where they can find you at, and if you want to get to Dime U next year, tryouts will be held again.
Oh yeah, no doubt. So yeah, I mean, we will hold tryouts next year. Tryouts are typically early January, so be on the lookout for that. But on Instagram, you can get me at joe.urso10, and then Dime U is Dime U QB training on Instagram. Those are probably the best spots to get a hold of me at. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys having me on, and and all the love, both for Dime U and Blair, and looking forward to having y'all out at some games in the fall. And please, come to some of these local tournaments. You guys are always welcome. Our players, I'm sure, would love to meet you. You can get some sound bites from them, and get some new players in your repertoire.
Nah, Coach, I just want that Letterman jacket, dog.
Yeah, I'm waiting on my hoodie.
I want that Letterman jacket. That joint fresh, bro.
I appreciate it, man. You got to see the warm-ups the kids will have.
They're sweet.
Wild card. What do you find?
Wait, hold on. Coach Drip, you didn't ask about the drip?
I've already seen it. I posted it.
Okay, that's fair.
Don't y'all get that? They know that I'm the drippiest of the drip now. So they, they send it to me, and you know what I'm saying? Like, First of all, we plugged in. Me and him plugged in anyway. So that's different. But for Dom U, we all smoke this year.
Who wants
So
it?
we're here. I mean,
Who
I
wants
don't know how well y'all be able to see it, but
Who wants
I
to
can
smoke?
hold it up here to the camera. Oh no, you're not gonna be able to see
Nah,
anything.
it's all
It's
good.
black and white. We got smoke on the
I was about to
uniform.
say, hey,
We
coach.
will post it. We will post it to social media,
Hey,
definitely.
And
Yeah,
unlike
for
what
sure.
they say about me for Blair, they be like, "You're Blair Media." I am not Blair Media. But when it comes to Dom U, I'm there to you. Baby.
Hey, tell him where he finds you, Mike T, Coach Drip.
Oh, he ain't said where you can find Mark Mark. Well, Mike T, Coach Mike T 304
He's on tonight,
Twitter.
man.
Coach Drip on Instagram. Michael Turner on Facebook. 613. You're gonna see more Dom U 613 content coming. So
Wildcard, where do he find you, man?
Hey, man, I'm everywhere, but y'all can definitely check me out. RW Sports Network and 613 Faye Productions, always putting in the work. Hey, that's where you can find me.
Hybrid.
Yeah, I can find me on Instagram at eproc the hybrid. Excuse me, eproc_the hybrid. Twitter at eproc hybrid, and on TikTok at eproc hybrid. On all major music platforms at eproc the hybrid. And everybody in the DMV area, go follow my band at TOB Band and Show, and go stream that new Chief Front Porch. Yeah, it's almost 1 million views. Do that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, we want to appreciate all y'all for liking, subscribing. Make sure you give us a rating. Google, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Make sure y'all subscribe to us, YouTube as well. And shout out to our sponsors, BetAlytics, baby. Hey, take back the advantage from the sports book. Get the sports books to pay you. Find the best edge. Find the best bets every day, whether it's baseball, football, hockey, basketball, player props, game bets, goalie scores, first goal scorer, first basket score, first touchdown score, anything you want, all at your fingertips daily, whatever sport's happening at that time of the year. They got a new AI that's updates on the hour throughout the day, 24/7. Check them out, www.betalytics.com. Make sure you use our promo code CAVEMAN, CAVEMAN. You get 25% off any subscription, ranging from $20 all the way up to $30, all the way up to $150, I want to say, for the whole year, pretty much, if you use our promo code. So make sure you hit that up. You can find it below in the comments, information, and you can find me at GMoneyCaveman on Twitter. I'm giving you plays of the night, hitting at above 60% rate right now for y'all daily. Let's get this money. And hey, we appreciate y'all. Till next time, what we do?
Shut the door.
when they
Shout out Jae Jones.